Good evening and welcome to Collision on this Friday night. And tonight on the show, coming up a little later, we do have an interview with Five Finger Death Punch. We also have 10 Years who are coming to tour with Dead Letter Circus. And we will have Ballarat's Wilderness live in the studio. But right now, I actually have a band here with me, all the way from Queensland and LA. This is Evol Walks. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You can say hello, CJ.
Hello.
We do have the rest of the guys in here. We will say hello to... Actually, I'm going to get them to say hello now. And I might actually ask you all to say hello and introduce yourselves and what you do in the band. So we'll start with Alex here.
Howdy. I'm Alex. I am playing bass for the tour. Leah invited me over to jam with them for their Australian leg of the tour, so it's been rad.
So before we move on then, so your bass player is American as well, is he?
Yes, he is. He's currently playing bass for John 5 on his American tour that he's doing right now. So we needed to grab Alex in to help us out. Awesome. And he's doing an awesome job. And
we'll continue.
Hey, I'm Jimmy, and I drum for Evol Walks. I'm really hungover.
Hey, I'm Dre DiMura. I play guitar and I sing backup vocals to Leah.
Awesome. And CJ?
I am CJ, and I play lead guitar for the group.
Awesome. And
I'm Leah, and I sing and I write the music.
And you pretty much, you are a Queensland girl.
Yes.
And you went to LA and you put this band together?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I moved to LA at the beginning of 2014 and linked up with CJ, and the rest is kind of what happened. Yeah, we just all got together from there.
Right. It's been a good time ever since.
It has been.
Because it's kind of confusing to know whether to call you a Queensland band or an American band.
Yeah, it can be confusing, but I work off the principle that the main songwriter, we choose that nationality, and that would be me at the current point. So we're Australian at the moment.
Well, international band.
International. We're an international band.
I actually put on my playlist where a band is from, and I've been putting Queensland/LA.
Well, that's
mine,
good.
So.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's very accurate.
Because you're actually the only Australian who is in the band on a full-time basis.
Yes.
What's it like going over to America and getting involved in the scene in LA?
It was pretty scary at first, but I settled in pretty quickly, and it's amazing over there. The amount of talent that's in LA is unbelievable, and just the people that you meet just from hanging out is, you wouldn't be able to do that here because they, when these people come on tour here, they've got their entourage and they, you have to pretty much stay away from them. They're kept far away. In LA, they're just wandering around like, oh, what's up? So it's kind of
cool. And do you have to speak kind of American when you're there so that they'll understand you? Or
yes.
Is LA? No.
Yes. It got really bad at the end of last year because there were no Australians anywhere near me. So I came home and I had a really strong American accent, and I've gotten it back under control. But yeah, you go to order a water and they have no idea what you're talking about. So you have to go, oh, can I have a water? And I can switch on my Valley Girl. It's brilliant.
I had that issue when I went there that, it's like you're saying the same word, but because you're not saying it with an American twang, they just don't understand you.
It's like, what? What language are you speaking? I just got sick of getting the wrong food. It just became really annoying.
And you're surrounded by it, of course it's going to affect you anyway.
Yeah, it's really hard for it not to. You start to roll your R's when it's like that, roll your R's when you're not meant to, and it's insidious. It just creeps in.
Even just driving around in the van with these guys must sometimes make it come out.
It does. Or if we're all drinking together, that definitely.
And I call you out on it all the time.
Yes, you do.
Well, can I ask CJ what you were doing when you met Leah?
What was I doing? There's a lot of rock clubs and bars and stuff like that we like to go to because, of course, we're all very passionate about rock music. And when she came over, we kind of met around that sort of scene. And then, we started playing music together, and then, the band kind of formed around that. And so it's with LA, especially with rock music, the circles tend to be very, very close together, and they tend to rub against each other quite a bit. So through mutual friends and stuff like that, it kind of ended up coming into fruition that way.
Yeah, and there is a lot more Australians finding their way over there at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of us over there. Yeah, it's becoming... There used to not be as many, but now for some reason there's heaps. So it's really good because there's a bit of a community over there if you want to reach out to it.
Yeah. But like, when I asked what you were doing when you met her, I didn't mean that night. I meant like, were you in a band or...
Oh, okay. Well, I'd actually kind of just moved to LA myself. I had only been in LA for about a year, and just trying to get my bearings. Got my music teaching job, and I was playing in a couple of other bands as well. Yeah. That's kind of where I was at. I was kind of a fresh fish, as it was.
Awesome. And well, then what about the other guys? Can I ask? Well, sorry, Alex, I'm going to leave you out of the equation with this one. That's all right. Because at the moment you're not actually a full-time member of Evol Walks. So, yeah, Dre, what were you up to when you met the band?
Well, I know CJ from the East Coast. I'm from New Jersey originally, and we went to the same music school. So when I moved out to LA in January, we just started hanging out, and he was kind enough to bring Leah and the rest of the band to my 21st birthday party after they returned from their last Australian tour, and that's how I met them. So over the summer, I saw CJ at a club called the Baked Potato in Studio City, which is a really cool like jazz fusion club that is an open jam. And he mentioned the fact that they were auditioning second guitar players. I was like, hell, I'll go out on the road for 3 months. I don't have anything to do for the next 3 months.
So you weren't expecting to be coming to Australia then?
No, not at all.
Actually, is this you guys' first trip to Australia with Leah?
It's my first time.
Your first time?
Yeah, it's my second time.
Right. And Jimmy?
Basically, they needed a drummer. I messaged them, and they got back to me after their Europe tour. And from there, I just joined.
Your first time here?
Yeah, my first time in Australia. I've toured around like US and Europe and stuff. So, fuck, I'm hungover.
You got to stop saying you're hungover. It was his birthday yesterday. So
happy birthday.
Yeah.
So you had a big party last night.
Proper Australian celebration.
He turned it up to 11.
Is it easy keeping up with Australian drinkers? No?
No. I mean, this is my second time around, so I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but it's,
At the moment, they're being out drunk by a girl, so I'm sure they'll get back on it soon.
You guys, you're actually touring Australia at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We're in Victoria until the 5th of October doing a few shows. We're playing this week coming. We've got like 3 gigs in Melbourne and 1 gig in Bendigo. And then we head to Sydney and Coffs Harbour, and then we go back to our hometown and we do an acoustic show there, and then we play in Brisbane as well. So we've covered a fair whack of it.
Yeah, and the Other Side tour.
Yes.
Is this a new album, The Other Side?
This is our new EP and our new single.
Right.
So that's kind of, we released the EP on the 19th of September. So that's out just in Australia now, and the leading single from that is the song The Other Side.
Right. And then when this tour wraps up, are you jumping straight back on a plane? I assume the American guys will be, of course. But
Well, we actually have a West Coast tour of America straight after this one. So we have 2 days up, 2 days. We have 2 weeks off, and then we head back to California and we do a 9, I'm going to say 9, I don't really remember, 7 or 9 date tour around like the West Coast states.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, I think actually it might be a good time for us to hear the new single, The Other Side. Shall we do that?
Yeah, let's go.
So, yes, this is Evol Walks and their new single, The Other Side, and we'll be back on Collision with Evol Walks in a few moments. And you are back on Collision on Voice FM. I'm Kat, of course. Right now, I've got Leah and CJ from Evol Walks sitting here with me because we are going to be doing, you're going to be doing an acoustic soon. I'm not, God forbid. But we just heard your single, The Other Side, for which you are currently touring Australia, and you're about to head back to the US and do another tour there. So are you going to be spending more time in America, or are you still, like at the moment, you seem to be half and half?
I think we're going to be spending the next year between America and Europe. We've got some opportunities to go back over to Europe again, and I think we're just going to be hitting the touring scene, the touring circuit in America a little bit more. We're working on an album at the moment, so we'll release that and we'll see what happens.
Right, so people, if they can still get to one of your shows, should definitely do that because it's going to be quite a while before we see you back in the country.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be coming back for a tour to Australia for at least a year, unless something happens where it's, we get a festival spot or something. It's just getting a little bit too expensive, unfortunately.
Are you listening, AJ?
Soundwave.
How cool would that be?
Oh, I know, right?
So anyway, what track is it that you guys are going to do for me acoustically? Or for us, not just me. I'm so selfish.
Well, we thought we can do the other side acoustically if you like, seeing as they've just heard the other one, or we could do Sugar Pie.
Well, you can do them both, but you only one now. So which one would you rather do?
We'll do the other side now because it's easier to sing.
It's
easier to sing.
Other side.
The other side.
That was amazing, truly. Like, you have such a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
And you're a great guitarist, of course, too.
Thank you very much.
Do you guys do you write acoustically and then go to...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play guitar as well. So I do some stuff at home and take it in and work on it. CJ and I have started writing some stuff together. So he's obviously a lead guitarist, so he's much better at doing riffs than I am. I write super basic riffs and he kind of makes them sound better.
Polish them up,
Yeah.
kind of take a hammer chisel and
He makes faces melt. I just get like the basic like rhythm and bass going, so it works. But yeah, some of our stuff will be on our new album, so that'll be good.
How much of the current band were actually on the new EP recording?
Our normal bassist is playing the bass, and also CJ.
Right.
But CJ does all the lead and like overdub parts, and then our producer did some of the rhythm guitar parts because we didn't have a rhythm guitarist at that time.
And when was it released?
It was released a week ago.
Right.
So the EP is released a week ago, but we recorded it between about March and this time last year.
Right, because I was going to say you must be sort of a little eager to get into the studio with the other guys that have joined the band now.
Yeah, we are. We're really eager to get in with like the current lineup and sort it all out.
And have you got some new songs written towards your next release?
Yeah, we've been doing a bit of writing everywhere we go. When we were in Europe, I was lucky enough to be able to stay behind, and I got to write with a man named Tommy Denanda, who's been a big part in like about 85% of the hit records out at the moment. So I went into X Level Studios, which is like the twin of Abbey Road, and got to hang out there and write a few songs. I'm going to go back into the studio before I go back to the States and work with my old producer Stuart Stewart on some tracks.
When you say the hit songs that are out at the moment, you're talking on an alternative rock sort of level?
On everything. He's a really amazing guitarist and writer. So he, working at X Level, you know, he's worked with Lady Gaga, he's worked with Aerosmith, he's worked with jazz labels. He just got a platinum record for Ricky Martin's last album. So he kind of works with everyone. He's just slots in, jack of all trades kind of thing.
He didn't try and popify you?
No, he was really good actually, because he's a rock guy at heart. He had a few ideas and I was just like, no, that's not happening. And we rejigged it and we came out with a really cool song. It's kind of Aerosmithy. Meets Motley Crue, meets Bon Jovi. So it's cool.
Well, how does it feel when you're sitting in a room with someone who has done as much as he has done? I mean, is it easy for you to just say, no, I'm not doing that? Or did you feel a little bit trepidatious at first?
No, I have a very clear vision of what I want this band to be. And I mean, I believe that you always should take advice from people, especially if they, you know, have more experience than you. But at the end of the day, if that advice goes against what I think this band should be, I don't care who they are. I'm not going to let them tell me how to, you know, write my music or run my band.
Good on you. Is that one of the things that attracted you to it? Or independence?
Of course, yeah. I mean, musical integrity is a wonderful thing. And it's just, you know, it's just great to be a part of something like that. That's just so very much defined from the get-go. And it's, you know...
Yeah. I do want to talk to you a bit more, but I think maybe we should give you a break, get you a glass of water and put one more of your recorded songs on from the EP.
Oh, sounds good to us.
So which one would you like to hear now?
You know what? Throw on Sugar Pie.
Sugar Pie.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. We'll be back here on Collision with Cat Unwrapped and Evol Walks, and this is their song Sugar Pie off their new EP, The Other Side. And you are still on Collision with Cat Unwrapped and Evol Walks. And get my piece of paper out. I won't forget Leah's name. And we have CJ, Dre, Jimmy and Alex have all in the studio with us, all the way from LA and Queensland.
It's quite a hike.
So did you come back home to Queensland and like have the band family around just for a week or two so they felt at home in Australia? Or?
Yeah, we flew them in about 5 or 6 days before the first date so they could settle in and
acclimatise.
Yeah, acclimatise, get over their jet lag, meet Alex.
It's actually worked out really well for you though, because they acclimatised to Queensland and you've brought the weather down with you.
Yeah, it was nice. I was really, because I lived in Melbourne for a little while, so I was all ready. I've got my massive woolen jacket and everything, and I haven't needed it so far, which I'm very surprised about. So thanks, Melbourne. Good job.
They knew we were coming.
Thank you, Victoria.
Just do me one favour, don't take it with you when you go.
Okay, we'll try. We're here till the 5th, so we'll try and keep it for as long as we can.
Yeah, you've got a bit of time down in Victoria.
Yeah.
Catching up with all the old friends.
It's my favourite state. I love Victoria. I love Melbourne.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm going to move back here when I'm done in the States, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Any of the boys coming with you?
I don't know.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to LA.
Really?
Me as well.
Yeah? What was that? Microphones everywhere. I'm going to guess you said you're hungover.
That's exactly what it is.
Any chance that you would think about relocating to Australia?
I'd love to move here. Beautiful weather, beautiful people. Hunger.
If you'd come to Ballarat a week ago, you wouldn't be saying beautiful weather, but that's okay. You can move to Queensland.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You'd have to move to Melbourne.
Yeah, he'd have to move to Melbourne.
That's okay. They have great coats.
They really do.
It's not only the music capital of the country, it's the fashion capital as well
Yes.
because of the weather.
Yeah, and the coffee. It has great coffee.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
heard that's an issue in America, coffee.
It is.
It's a terrible issue in America.
They
Yeah.
use different beans, I worked out, because I can't drink coffee in America because it makes me pass out. And I couldn't work out why, because I drink it by the gallon here. So they use a different type of bean to us, and it's much stronger, which is why their coffee is so bad.
Yeah, it tastes very burnt. I mean, it's in LA. It's getting a little better. I mean, you have a very, very ingrained hipster culture in places like Echo Park. That's the coffee culture is actually kind of
CJ
big.
brings his own coffee maker on tour with him, so if we start talking about coffee, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm actually pretty reeling right now. But yeah, it's a pretty requisite part of my warm up and practice regimen before each of the shows. I actually have a portable Bialetti mocha pot, and we were in Burley Heads actually, and I just walked into the best coffee shop that I could find and bought their beans, and I've just been brewing my coffee before every show.
He made an Instagram post and got re-grammed by the coffee shop
Yeah.
before the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Quest
famous
Coffee
now.
Roasters. Yes,
Awesome. So free coffee next time you go in there.
exactly.
You hope.
Cross fingers.
You have to remind them, I'm the American dude you reposted because your coffee's so great. I'm fascinated by the fact you said it makes you pass out.
Yeah, it gives me like massive head spins, and I feel really nauseous, and then I pass out, or I like get super lightheaded because it's so strong that it drops my blood sugar, because
Really?
I don't really eat a lot of stuff that would balance it out otherwise. But over here it's different. It doesn't do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strange. I mean, most people in America, when they have coffee, they drown the coffee in really weird, vanilla flavors and, aspartame sweetened, just blech. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're sitting here with a band from Queensland and America talking about coffee.
Yes.
Oh, actually, while I've got you here, Leah, I'm a bit fascinated with how you actually even got into music. What made you decide to become a singer? And you play guitar as well,
Yes.
don't you? Yeah.
Yes. I play guitar, flute, and piano.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always been into it since I was little. I started writing little, there weren't songs because it was just vocals, but I started making up my own little lyrics and poems to tunes when I was 5 and 6. And then I really wanted to like play an instrument. So I kind of like did a little bit of keyboard, and then I decided to play flute because I was like, why not? Because it didn't really occur to me that learning guitar was a thing because my school didn't offer it. And then I was 10 or 11 and there was like a new guitar teacher that rocked up to school. So I was like, I want to learn guitar because I've always been a singer. So I started playing and writing music when I was like 11. So I'd had like a year, 11 or 12. So I'd had like a year of playing like lessons and stuff. So I actually knew what I was doing for a little bit. And yeah, it just kind of went from there. I've always loved performing and I've always loved singing and music. So it was just kind of a natural progression.
And obviously your family, I thought possibly there was a chance one of your parents or something might be in the music industry, but obviously not. So how did they feel about you relocating to America?
They were super supportive. I actually wouldn't have been able to go over without the help of my family. So, my mum is a massive help with everything. She kind of helps manage and push things because a lot of people, especially overseas, don't want to talk directly to the artists. So you need a liaison, and we're kind of in between managers at the moment. So she really helps out. We wouldn't be doing half of the stuff we were doing if it wasn't for her. But yeah, my dad's super supportive as well. I'm pretty lucky. My family thinks it's pretty rad.
So independent bands aren't a huge thing in America because they they think if you haven't got a manager or someone to talk to, then you're probably not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of independent bands. It's not really, venues and stuff are fine, but it's when you move up into the upper levels. So, top tier producers and management and labels do not want to speak to you. Or if they do, they'll meet you at networking functions. But when they want to talk business, they'll be like, "That's nice, dear. Just let your manager know to text me, whatever." Like they don't really.
Right. They don't want to.
There are some that are okay, but in my experience of it all, they're like, where's your manager? That's nice, darling.
Right. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
I think because there's so many bands and there's a high level of accessibility, and we have so many cities that have really powerful music scenes, it's sort of a way for them to be selective about the bands they're working with, because I imagine it's pretty hard to sort through everything when you're being bombarded with submissions all the time, especially in LA and in New York and whatnot.
I can imagine actually, because Australia itself is overloaded with bands. So
yeah.
That being said, there's a huge indie scene, especially in Philly and in New York, and in the Pacific Northwest. A lot of underground punk and rock and roll bands playing in basements and at dormitories and frat houses and whatnot. So that there's a big independent culture. But I think to get from sort of the first or second tier to the third or fourth tier, logistically speaking, you need a lawyer or a manager, somebody who kind of puts value into your brand, regardless of whether or not it's superficial, But I think it definitely helps to have somebody who's behind you.
They think you're taking the band seriously when you get other people on board.
Yeah, especially if they're a big name, because the music industry has changed so much now. They don't just rock up to bands like Guns N' Roses back in the day and give them $100,000 advance. Be like, have fun, guys. They're much carefuler with their money, so they're more likely to go for a band they might not be as good as another band, but if they have a big name lawyer or manager behind them, they're like, oh, well, they're obviously good because this guy with a really good reputation likes them. So, okay, this isn't too much of a chance because someone else is. Yeah, they kind of need to see other people in the industry backing the band rather than just going out and hearing live music for themselves. But I'm not going to say too more on that because I'll end up offending someone.
Anybody can start a band and record a track on their laptop.
Yeah.
So I think,
and they do
more and more. I think more and more you're seeing bands rise with managers and lawyers behind them because it's a way for the industry to, like I said, be selective about the material they're receiving, because it's so easy to, I'm going to upload this file to Dropbox and send it to Germany, or hassle somebody in LA about.
Do you guys have someone like that in LA? Oh, you said at the moment your mother's doing a lot of that for you.
She does the Australian side of things. We have representation in LA as well, and we've about to sign on with another more representation in the UK. So it's kind of just down under that we're represented by family. Elsewhere we've got everything in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to have different reps in every country?
At this stage, yeah, because a lot
territory, not country. UK guy will do Europe for you too.
Yeah, at this stage, we'd, we kind of have to do that because, unfortunately, the Australian industry, music industry globally is a very, very small market. So if we want stuff to happen here, we have to do it ourselves because the US guys and the UK guys just won't at this stage because they're just like, why? Let's focus on this one.
But at the same time, they want you to have a touring history and a media profile in Australia.
Yeah.
To look at you over there
too.
Yes,
so it's very catch-22. But I want to be touring in my home country. I wouldn't like the idea of touring everywhere else except for here because this is where I'm from.
Yeah,
that would suck.
Have you guys been in full-on touring bands in America before this?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of tours through a program called the School of Rock, and got to go to places like Bad Doberan, Germany, play the Zappanale Festival over there, a lot of Zappa music and stuff, and got to tour different parts of the U.S. with people like Adrian Belew and John Anderson from Yes, and Brendan Small, creator of Metalocalypse and stuff like that.
That's how CJ and I know each other, is through School of Rock. I was also a part of the program. Got to play with some artists like Gloria Gaynor, Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Good times.
I've toured here with other bands who just call me up who need a drummer for their tour. Then US, Europe, kind of chill out. play drums, drink. I'm hungover.
I think we should tag this the hungover interview because Jimmy's just doing it all for us.
The reason I asked that, actually, we've got the interview with 10 Years coming up very soon. And he said to me about how, like grueling it is that you can be touring for 3 months constantly and not hit every town in America still. And like coming to Australia now and seeing what it's like for Australian bands to tour where they've actually got, an 8-hour drive between shows and stuff like that. Is it, I don't know, what's the difference? Does it feel a lot different?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of time in between because of that, because everything's so spread out. In LA, you just have the Strip where there's, the Whiskey's right across from the Viper Room, which is right across from this and that, and there's just, with the U.S. tours that I've done, and we're about to do a U.S. tour actually, and it's going to be a lot more basically just one-stop cities where we're not going to stay in any one city for longer than 12 hours probably, and just do the gig and go to sleep, leave in the morning, go to the next gig, next city, next state, and it's just kind of every day. There's not really a whole lot of lag time in between.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that you see the entire middle of Australia is
empty,
uninhabited, basically. And in America, you actually have a lot of music towns in Middle America, which is, I guess, culturally, sometimes it's considered like a wasteland, and everyone's like LA, New York, and they're playing on the East Coast or the West Coast. But Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Memphis, Knoxville, these are all in Tennessee, have big rock music scenes, and a lot of bands will spend a good amount of time in the South and in Middle America when they do U.S. tours. So it's like a totally different culture, and I guess it's different too because you can make like a straight shot across the country, and here you're kind of working your way around the outer edge, and the major cities are so far apart. So yeah, it's different.
All Australians want to live near the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time maybe we got another acoustic out of you guys. Seeing as you come all this way, I'll make you work for it. What track might you do for us now?
We're going to do our last single. We're going to do Buzzed.
So this is off the EP? And
it's on our EP, and it was our, we released this single in February, and we did an Australian tour to support it as well, but it's on the EP, so.
So this was the first single off the EP? Second?
Second EP, second single off the EP.
Right.
First was Heartbreaking Woman.
Okay. So they were released, obviously, before the EP?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's get Evol Walks. You got your guitar ready and everything. And they are going to do their track Buzzed for us right now.
Cool. My disease, my demise, make me feel like I could die. You pull me up from the darkness, you lead me out of the cold. You make me feel so good again, you save my sorry soul. It's like I'm buzzed, buzzed, buzzed off your love, love, love. It's like a drug, drug, drug. Shoot me up, up, up. Ha! And na 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 na. Run high, I won't last for long, but I don't mind, 'cause it turns me on. Oh, you get me off like a dealer, lying blazed on the floor. Just enough so I feel it, then you leave me wanting more. It's like I'm buzzed, buzzed, buzzed off your love, love, love. It's like a drug, drug, drug. Shoot me up, up, up. And na 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 na. Ooh.
was absolutely awesome. I actually really liked that song, and once again, I love your voice.
Oh, thank you so much.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He's hungover, don't
Don't encourage it.
We got Jimmy falling asleep there. So.
Yeah. It was his birthday yesterday. We can't be too mean to him.
Oh, so everyone was buying him the drinks last night. And that.
That's why.
Set a perimeter around, no fly zone.
Yeah, he's allowed today.
Well, you guys are going out tonight for a good time. I'm guessing Jimmy might be asleep.
No, he reckons he's coming.
He's going to have a nap this afternoon.
You can't say that on radio.
That's okay. He didn't have a microphone, luckily, because I didn't hear what he said anyway. But
he said, "Yes, I'm going to have a good time."
Yes,
the drummers are meant to be hardcore.
Yep, that's working.
So then, well, I should actually, hang on a moment, if I can readjust my microphone, I'm going to give out the rest of your tour dates. So, well, tomorrow night you are at
Back in the day. Back in the day.
In St Kilda.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's run by this guy called Dean Boswell, and he runs like a monthly nightclub that's like a rock and roll club. He used to have it in the centre of Melbourne, and they've just moved venues. So they've got a new venue down at Cellar Bar in St Kilda, and they have like bands play, and they play like really cool rock and roll music. It's like a monthly thing. It's cool.
All right, because I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
it's a really neat venue.
Yeah.
And if it's moved to St Kilda, I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot more. That's the funny thing with St Kilda. It's like there's been a bit of a sigh going on in Melbourne for months because the Espy is undergoing renovations, and we know it's not coming back as it was. Like the front bar of the Espy was the most awesome venue in Melbourne, and we're not going to have the front bar anymore. But like everyone, there's venues popping up all over St Kilda to replace it at the same time. It's like this is at least the second new one that's come on just this winter.
Yeah.
For the fact that there was only one other venue really in St Kilda other than the Espy, and it's really cool the way that happens in Melbourne. Every time a venue closes, you get 3 or 4 more open up.
Yeah, that's great about Melbourne.
They might be
scene.
slightly smaller than that, but at least, there's always people willing to jump on the live scene.
Yeah.
So, and then you are off to New South Wales next weekend. You are at Frankie's Pizza, which is, I think, getting world famous anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, Frankie's is awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful establishment.
So you guys have played there before?
Yes, we played there on our last tour. It's awesome. Just a great place to play, and the pizza's awesome too.
So is the beer.
Yeah, the beer. Well, I don't like beer.
You top shelf like me.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They actually, if you order, like, I really like to drink gin and tonic or gin and juice.
Right.
And they actually freshly squeeze all of the fruit juice there. So if you get like a vodka apple or something like that, they don't give you bottled apple juice. They juice the apples behind the bar and give you a real vodka apple, like vodka with real apple juice or orange juice or whatever you like.
Wow.
It's a bit trendy. I like it.
I wish someone would do something. I haven't seen Frankie's, but it sounds interesting. It sounds like something that would really work in Melbourne.
I'm surprised it's not in Melbourne. I was so surprised it was in Sydney.
Yeah.
It was just very Melbourne.
Someone better bring the Frankies down here. And then you are the next night at the Plantation Hotel in Coffs Harbour. Then you are the following weekend. You're back up in Queensland at the Loft. You've got an acoustic showcase.
Yeah.
On an island.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a bit hard on the coast to find a venue to do like heavy music at that isn't absolutely massive. They have the Cooley Hotel, but it's really hard to fill that place unless you're a King Parrot or someone like that. So we decided to play a bit of a smaller venue and they have a decibel limit, but we thought it might be cool just because it's my hometown to do like a little intimate acoustics showcase so people can still check us out. If they like it, they can head to the Brisbane show the next day.
Awesome. Which is at the New Globe Theatre in Brisbane on the 16th.
Yeah.
That's going to be your big one, your last one.
Yep, that's the last night of the Aussie tour, and then we head back to the USA to start our West Coast tour.
So it's a good opportunity for Jimmy to get drunk again. And have
Yes. Yes.
How many days? He's asleep now. He's not even.
I know, he's not even paying any attention now. He's making us look bad.
How many days recovery are you going to have before you're jumping on a plane?
None. I think 2. They jump on on the 18th, so they have one day, the 17th, to recover.
Right.
Yeah. So he'll still be hungover.
Watch out, Qantas. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I settled on Fiji Airways with a 2-hour stopover somewhere.
He'll recover in like 3 or 4 prime ministers.
Well, at least they have the what is it? The hair of the dog on the plane.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
And then you're touring the East Coast and then going over to Europe probably.
Yes, most likely Europe, and we have some dates in the States starting beginning of next year as well. So I'll just see what happens.
How long before you think you'll be back in the recording studio?
We're going to be doing a little bit here and there. Like I'm going to be back in the studio kind of in the middle of this tour when we're having some downtime. And then next year we'll probably go in and finish off the rest of the album.
So it'll be late next year or early 17 when we get the new
No, mid
album?
next year.
Mid next year.
Yeah, I'm hoping for March, but it's looking more like, May, June.
Right. Awesome. I'm really looking forward. And it's going to be an album, the debut album?
Yes, it's going to be a proper album.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. And I will tell people, actually, you are Evol Walks on Facebook, and that is EVOLWALKS. Where did the name come from?
You know what? I'm a big fan of AC/DC. So it was the AC/DC song Evol Walks. And then I was talking to my manager at the time and he's like, yeah, that's a really good idea. He's like, but you're not really evil. I was like, I don't know. So we kind of brainstormed and, evil is like short for evolution or love backwards. So it was kind of a cool twist. And it also means that we can tour the Midwest without people picketing our shows.
So if you'd had an eye in there, people would have picketed you.
Most likely. There's probably some Bible basher somewhere who
Yeah.
probably would have.
Yeah, I think that's
She's kidding.
No, I've seen some shows with some of those radicals in America, and there are some towns where they'll picket, even just like that's what they do on a weekly basis, just picket. And it's like,
It's like a sport, I think.
And then Dave Grohl comes in, rickrolling everybody.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to let these guys go. It has been so awesome of you to come down and visit me in Ballarat, all the way from Queensland and LA, even though you're not even playing in Ballarat. So it's amazing. Thank you very much. It's been great to meet you all.
No problems.
Luckily, the drummer's on a chair with wheels, so we
can wheel him out. Oh, we might have to. Thank you so much for having us. We really enjoyed being here.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to carry him down the
Shall
stairs, though.
CJ.
Which track are we going to go out with?
You know what? I think we should do a bit of Black and Blue.
Black and Blue. Which is like if we wheel the chair out to the top of the stairs and just push.
Yeah, that he will be black and blue.
He's awake now, right?
But I wouldn't call that awake.
He would be awake after Black and Blue.
Yeah.
He's awake, but he's hungover. You have to write a song hungover now.
I know.
Just for Jimmy.
I know.
Happy birthday again for yesterday, Jimmy. And it has been great meeting you all. And we are going to go out with Evol Walks and Black and Blue. And make sure you catch these guys before, if you're in Melbourne or Sydney, before they head back to LA, because it is going to be quite a while before we see them again. And thank you very much. You do have a website address.
We do.
By
It's
all
just a
means, put
landing
that out.
page, so it's not anything exciting on there just yet.
But it has links to all your social
Yes,
media, I
it does.
assume. So evolwalks.com if you want to find them. EBOL. Remember that. Just leave the I out.
Yeah.
And your track, I've forgotten the name.
Black and Blue.
And we're coming back after this song. And so, yeah, stick around. And this is Evol Walks with Black and Blue. Thanks heaps, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.